Have you ever been completely surprised by someone's support in a way you never expected? There are moments in life when you feel like you're carrying everything alone, pushing through challenges with quiet determination. And then suddenly, someone appears, someone who believes in you before you fully believe in yourself. Their support feels like a doorway opening in a dark hallway you thought you had to walk through by yourself. Imagine that moment. Imagine the shift it creates inside you. It isn't about fame, attention, or recognition. It is about something far deeper, real human connection. The kind that touches your heart without saying much. The kind that reminds you that even in a loud world, genuine loyalty still exists. Today I want to share a message that celebrates those priceless moments, the moments when people lift you higher than you imagined. The moments that change the way you see encouragement, belief, and gratitude. If you stay with me, I promise you'll see support in a new light. Unexpected support is powerful. It arrives softly without warning, often when your mind is overloaded with pressure, responsibility, and the weight of trying to keep everything together. It doesn't announce itself. It simply appears, and somehow it feels like exactly what you needed. This kind of support doesn't come from obligation or expectation. It isn't forced. It is born from genuine belief, and that makes it extraordinary. When someone stands with you without being asked, something inside you shifts. You realize that your effort didn't go unnoticed. Your intentions didn't get lost. Someone saw you, really saw you, and decided you were worth believing in. That realization changes you. It becomes more than encouragement. It becomes a reminder that your journey matters. It reshapes your understanding of connection. It tells you that no matter how independent or logical you try to be, there will always be moments when the heart responds more to sincerity than to success. Unexpected support makes you pause. It makes you rethink the way you see others, and sometimes even the way you see yourself. You begin to understand that the world isn't driven only by competition and noise. There are people who quietly appreciate your efforts, people who notice your struggles without you saying a word, people who connect with your story in ways you may never fully understand. This realization brings humility. You start to feel the weight of how deeply human kindness can influence your strength. It becomes a gentle reminder that resilience doesn't grow only through discipline or ambition. It also grows through connection, and with that humility comes responsibility. When someone believes in you unexpectedly, it pushes you to rise, not out of pressure but out of respect. Their belief inspires you to prove that their trust was not misplaced. It encourages you to become a stronger, more consistent, more grounded version of yourself. But perhaps the most powerful impact of unexpected support is the way it transforms your inner world. It gives you a renewed sense of purpose. It becomes a quiet source of energy that stays with you, guiding your next steps long after the moment has passed. Their support becomes woven into your journey, a thread you carry with you everywhere you go. Human connection, in the end, matters more than success. Achievements can fill your resume, your calendar, even your bank account, but only connection can fill the emotional space inside you that longs for belonging and understanding. Success shines bright, but without real people to share it with, it loses its warmth. The truth is, accomplishments feel meaningful only when witnessed by those who value the person behind the achievement. People who see your character, your struggle, your intentions, not just the result you produced. Human connection gives success its texture, its depth, its soul. A few sincere words from someone who believes in you can lift you more deeply than an entire room full of applause. A moment of honest conversation with someone who understands your heart can feel more rewarding than accomplishing something alone. These moments remind you that life is not just a checklist of goals. It is an emotional journey shaped by the people who walk beside you. Success is unpredictable, temporary, sometimes distant, but human connection is the constant that gives life its shape. The people who love you, challenge you, and support you become the emotional foundation that helps you survive pressure, disappointment, and uncertainty. In your moments of failure, it isn't success that comforts you. It is a human presence, someone who simply understands without needing explanations. And even at the height of achievement, it is people who make the moment unforgettable. Their presence gives your victory a heartbeat. Gratitude for the people who believed in you during difficult times is one of the deepest emotions you can feel. It is gratitude built from vulnerability, from knowing that someone chose to stay when it would have been easy to walk away. When life becomes heavy, the people who continue believing in you shine the brightest. Their faith becomes more than support. It becomes a lifeline. They see a version of you that you can't always see. They hold on to who you are becoming, not just who you are right now. That kind of belief creates a powerful shift inside you. Every gesture of support during hard times feels amplified. A message, a conversation, even silent presence can feel like armor protecting you. Gratitude grows because you know how rare it is for someone to stay when the road gets tough. This loyalty pushes you toward clarity and resilience. It gives you courage to continue, knowing that someone still sees your potential through the storm. And this gratitude doesn't disappear when the struggle ends. It stays with you. It shapes the way you trust, connect, and grow. It inspires you to become a better version of yourself, not just for your own sake, but for the people who invested their belief in you. Their faith becomes a part of your story, etched into moments that could have broken you but didn't. Inspiration, you realize, doesn't always come from fame or extraordinary achievements. Real inspiration often comes from ordinary people, people with honest hearts, quiet strength, and resilience built through everyday battles. Ordinary people carry real stories, stories without filters, without applause, without performance. Their kindness, their perseverance, their sacrifices teach you what strength truly looks like. They remind you that greatness can exist in silence, in small acts, in steady footsteps. Fame can distort the truth. It can highlight achievements while hiding the struggle behind them. But ordinary people live their truth openly. Their effort, their fear, their setbacks, and their courage are all visible. And that authenticity becomes a deeper source of inspiration. You begin to see strength everywhere, in the parent working long hours, in the friend who refuses to give up on you, in the stranger who offers kindness without expecting anything back. Their stories remind you that resilience isn't distant. It's within reach, and sometimes a simple moment with an ordinary person can influence your path more deeply than 1,000 speeches from the famous, because their authenticity speaks directly to your own life. Growth, therefore, often begins in moments of surprise, when someone exceeds your expectations or sees something in you that you never noticed. These moments remind you that people are capable of more kindness, more loyalty, more generosity than you imagine. When someone surprises you with support, encouragement, or belief, it doesn't just change how you see them, it changes how you see yourself. You begin to understand your own potential through their eyes. Their belief becomes a mirror, reflecting back strength you didn't know you possessed, and in that reflection, growth begins. This reflection strengthens confidence in a way that feels both personal and universal. When you realize that your actions impact more people than you ever imagined, something awakens inside you. You begin to carry yourself with a renewed sense of purpose, aware that your words, your effort, and even your quiet resilience matter more deeply than you thought. It deepens empathy, too, because when someone surprises you with support, it reminds you that everyone is fighting a silent battle. It makes you more aware of the struggles others hide, and more grateful for the kindness they still manage to give. That awareness softens you, shapes your heart, and strengthens your ability to connect. This sense of being seen inspires creativity. When you know people believe in you, even unexpectedly, you start to imagine more. Dream more, explore more. The belief of others becomes fuel, a steady fire that pushes you to create something meaningful, something honest, something powerful. You begin taking risks you once avoided. Challenges that felt overwhelming suddenly feel worth attempting. You push boundaries you once considered too distant, because now you aren't walking alone. You know deeply that unexpected allies are quietly rooting for your success. The surprise element adds emotional weight to their support. Predictable acknowledgement is comforting, but unexpected encouragement feels unforgettable. It stays with you. It echoes in moments of doubt. It becomes a memory you return to when you need strength. And these surprises cultivate humility. They remind you that no matter how confident you become, no matter how well you think you understand people or yourself, there will always be more to discover. More kindness than you expected, more generosity than you assumed, more depth than you realized. Human relationships are dynamic. They shift, they expand, they reveal new truths in unpredictable ways, and the unexpected generosity or insight someone offers can reshape your priorities in a single moment. This generosity strengthens your resilience. Suddenly, challenges don't feel like barriers. They feel like stepping stones. You face them with a deeper sense of calm, because you know you're supported in ways that go beyond the obvious. These experiences accelerate your personal evolution. They become turning points, quiet ones perhaps, but powerful nonetheless. They stay imprinted in your memory, shaping how you respond to every future challenge. From these moments, a promise emerges, a promise to give more than before. Not because you are obligated, but because gratitude transforms into responsibility. You recognize that the faith others invested in you is a gift worth honoring. When people give you their trust, energy, or belief, it changes the way you see your own path. It motivates you to rise, to push harder, and to give more effort than you ever did before. Their support becomes a mirror reflecting your potential, and you want to live up to it. This promise becomes a guiding principle. It becomes a compass pointing you toward purpose. It pushes you to innovate, to think deeper, to elevate your intentions so your contributions reflect the depth of the trust placed in you. It transforms the connection between effort and outcome. Suddenly, everything you do carries intention. Your actions become meaningful. Your work becomes more than productivity. It becomes a tribute to the people who believed in your journey. This mindset fuels growth. When you feel accountable to those who supported you, you begin to explore ideas and possibilities you previously dismissed. You take on opportunities that once felt out of reach. You invest more time, more thought, more heart into everything you create. Because now, you want your work to carry weight, to mean something beyond your own ambition. You want your journey to reflect the shared belief that others poured into you. This shifts your focus from individual success to shared experience. Your achievements become something you celebrate with others, not in front of them. Their belief becomes part of your progress, part of your direction, part of your purpose. This mindset encourages deeper dedication. It inspires you to leave your comfort zone behind and grow into someone capable, intentional, and bold. And every boundary you push becomes a way to honor the faith they placed in you. A promise to give more than before also strengthens the connection between intention and action. Gratitude is no longer just an emotion. It becomes visible through your choices, your improvements, and your determination. It transforms appreciation into momentum. It reminds you that relationships and trust are not static. They're alive. They grow. They require attention, sincerity, and consistent effort. By striving to give more, you recognize the extraordinary value of the support you received. You turn that value into a catalyst, one that drives you toward excellence, contribution, and long-term impact. As I reflect on this journey, I realize that it is not milestones alone that define it. It's not the achievements, the numbers, or the accomplishments that stand out the most. It is the people who stood beside me, sometimes quietly, sometimes unexpectedly, who shaped this experience. Every word of encouragement mattered. Every gesture of support left an imprint. Every bit of belief strengthened the foundation I walk on. These moments didn't just guide the path. They shaped the person I am becoming. It is through your faith, your kindness, and your willingness to surprise me with belief that growth became possible, that connections became meaningful, that every challenge transformed into an opportunity to rise higher. So to all of you, I express my deepest gratitude. Thank you for being part of this journey. Thank you for showing up, even when the world felt uncertain. Thank you for reminding me that strength grows not just from ambition, but from unity, trust, and shared hope. Your support is not taken for granted. It motivates me every single day to give more than ever before, to strive harder, to rise higher, to live up to the belief you placed in me. And as you continue your own journey, I wish you courage, clarity, and resilience. May you inspire and be inspired. May you believe in yourself even in your hardest moments. And may you always welcome the unexpected gifts that life and the people around you bring to your path. Thank you for your trust. Thank you for your faith. And thank you for being the reason this journey feels extraordinary.